2009 season. It seems like it was just yesterday that we ended the 2008 season down in Champaign. But another successful season for Metamora last year. Got second in Class 5A. This year Metamora comes in ranked number 1 in Class 5A. Again, picked to win the Middle Illini, but our goals are a little loftier than just the Middle Illini.
Absolutely. But, you know, the last couple of weeks, all you've been hearing about is Washington's year. But we got to play this game first.
Right. And tonight, you know, Riverside-Brookfield's not going to be a pushover. They're a pretty decent team. Last year, you know, they came out with that A11, and Metamora really didn't have any problems with that. I look for Metamora for Riverside to have a little bit more conventional offense, a lot like what they had 2 years ago. Metamora comes onto the field for the start of this 2009 season. We'll take this time now to have a little interview with Nick Dolinsky. We're here with Nick Dolinsky, Metamora assistant coach. Nick, kickoff to the 2009 season. It came awfully quick. The last time we took the field down in Champaign, got second. Another great year for Metamora. Come into this year now, some pretty high expectations. Again, we get our entire backfield back. Had to replace that offensive line, but every year you go in thinking you're going to have to replace something.
Well, you know, 2 years ago we were in the exact opposite. We had a brand new line, and you know, last year we had an all-new line, or the line was back and an all-new backfield. So, you know, it's nice when you can have at least one or the other. You're not replacing both of them. So we got some seniors in the O-line that, you know, put their time in and set out some really good football players. And we're going to miss them, and these guys are going to do their best. And we're not asking them to be them or replace them. Just do what they can and provide the amount of production they can, and we'll be okay. But, man, they had a great offseason. They worked real hard, and they knew that, you know, they had a lot of big shoes to fill, just like we did the year before when, you know, we lose Brock and Duvey and Caleb, and, you know, Michael and Aaron was in the same spot, and they worked their tails, and they had another great offseason. So, you know, we're real excited about what we got. We think we got a real good group of kids, and, you know, we need to get back out on the football field. You know, last year ended with a little bit of a bitter taste in our mouth, and we're ready to get back after it tonight.
Riverside comes in tonight. They have to scrap that A11 that they ran last year, but so it's probably going to go back to a lot what they ran 2 years ago, I would assume.
Well, they're going to be a lot of 5 wide. And the thing we got done, we got watching film, and their A11 and all that stuff, they're still doing a lot of the same things. It just, you know, they're trying to confuse you with formations, but they're still running their screens and their, you know, curl wheels and that sort of stuff. So their passing game didn't change a whole lot. So, you know, when we knew they were going to be 5 wide, and we know what they're going to run a little bit. I mean, but they do it well, you know, and they're one of the better passing teams in the state of Illinois, and they have been, you know, for the last 10 years. So, you know, we had a great week of preparation, and you know, the nice thing about all summer is we do play on 7-on-7. You get a lot of 5 wide, so we've had a lot of practice there too.
So nothing you're going to see tonight that you haven't seen before?
I hope not.
Their quarterback, number 5, Billy Vandermerk, last year passed for a little over 3,000 yards. So that will pose a little bit of a problem and some concern, I'm sure.
He was an all-state 6A selection kid, so, you know, he put up great yards, and he's got a lot of college interest. He's got a great arm. He makes great decisions, and they lost, you know, a lot of their receivers, but, man, they're just kind of like us. You know, we lose a running back, you just plug another one in, and he's going to be productive. So, you know, we got to. One thing about playing early in the season, you never quite know who that go-to guy is. And we'll have to try to find that out early and try to make sure we get our best people on him and shut them down and make them go to other options.
Now, is Metamora going to change anything this year that we've maybe not seen in years past?
We're going to do what we do. You know, we're going to get in shotgun now, and which is kind of funny to say we do what we do in shotgun. But, you know, we're going to get after it. We're going to run downhill. And, you know, having Michael back as a second-year player, you know, Pat definitely feels more comfortable with him throwing the football if it's necessary. Again, though, when people ask about throwing it, we're going to throw it when we want to and not when we're forced to. So, you know, we're going to run the football and try to get things created in that part of the game.
Yeah, you had 57 touchdowns, I believe, coming back this year between Burke, Fay, and Peters. So it's not like you don't know where the end zone is.
No, there's some pretty good numbers coming back for us. So we got, you know, our skilled kids we think are as good as we've had in a long time. And, you know, we're no slack from where we were 2 years ago. These guys can play, and they can get after it. And, you know, Zach Garber and Grant Whittington are 2 guys that are hungry to get the football and block and do their thing. So, you know, so the senior group is really excited about their opportunity to make their statement on Metamora football.
Defensively, you had to replace some all-area selections in Charlie Heinzman and Cody Kanega, and there were others, too, that, you know, contributed a lot. But a lot of people are talking about the new core Metamora linebackers.
We got two juniors and a sophomore going tonight, and David Tracy's a junior who's been injured. He's going to be back probably hopefully next week. So, that core is pretty good. And, we had to replace our whole D line. So Sean McKee's the only returner in the inside, and we moved him down to play some defensive tackle for us from playing linebacker last year. So secondaries, we returned some experience because Kenny got a lot of experience last year, and Jesse started, 13 games, and Dan started 4. So we feel good about that secondary level, and we think we're a little quicker up front. Nothing against the other kids. We just think some of these guys got a little fast, quick muscles with them, and we'll figure out where they're at. So it won't take long to find out how good they are because we got a doozy tonight, and they got a revamp for next week. So we feel real good with them. Brian Love's a great kid. So is Tom Bieneman. They've worked real hard to try to make sure they kind of fit in and do their part because that linebacker position is pretty important.
Yeah, you've had some good ones over the years, too. With Herman and Teague Dentino.
Teague and Charlie Heinzman. And, we've had quite a crew. So, they're going to try to fill those shoes and make their own names. And we did put Bieneman at number 11, so hopefully he kind of looks like that Teague kid that we had a couple of years ago. So,
awfully exciting to get back to Malone Field and finally have an opening game at Malone Field. We've been on the road the last 2 opening games, and but it's nice. It's nice to get back to football season, and good luck tonight, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Hopefully bring home a W.
We'll do our best.
Starters, particularly on defense. We replaced Cody Kanega, and we replaced Charlie Heinz. We talked about that with Nick Dolinsky just a few minutes ago, but we replaced them with a couple of juniors. Our junior linebacking core of Tom Bieneman and Brian Love are as good a linebackers as we've had start, and they're both juniors.
And that's hard to believe, man, really, considering the history of Metamora defenses.
When you go back over the last 4 or 5 years and you talk about the Teague Dentinos and the Brad Hermans and the Charlie Heinzmans, that's a pretty good group of linebackers that we've had. But the coaches are as high on these 2 guys as I've ever heard them talk about linebackers.
That's amazing. The last year's defense didn't seem like it had a flaw in it at all. No, I don't know how we can get even better.
Well, you go back the last 4 or 5 years, you can say that. We haven't really had a flaw. And they say this year's defense, this year's 2009 version of the Metamora defense is as good as it's been.
That's amazing. That's good. It'll be fun to watch. And the offense is going to be high-powered scoring offense as well.
I think it's going to take probably maybe a quarter to get rolling. But I think by the end of the day, they're going to be, a very high-octane offense.
Yeah.
Michael Fay and Aaron Peters are both back, and that makes things a lot easier. Back deep from Metamora, number 9, Brandon Lambiez, and number 13, Daniel Burke. Lambiez is one of the fastest kids on the team. Yeah. We'll be joined here also by Dave Zimmerman. Both of you guys got sons playing in tomorrow's game, the freshman game.
Yep. So we got to go up here tomorrow.
Go up to Riverside-Brookfield, 11 o'clock.
45 the bus leaves.
Getting ready to kick off. The Lambius and Burke back deep for the Birds.
Number 9, Matt Kennan.
And number 8 kicking off.
That's going to go out of bounds. It'll be at Metamora ball at the 35-yard line. How about that Southmore game tonight? 38
they look good.
38-7.
Quite a change from last year.
Boy, oh boy, the Ryan Magic worked again tonight.
Yep, they came down here and beat us last year by 2, and
Kurt had to punt for the first time this year.
Yeah,
he won 38-7 with a punt. So there was good and bad.
He won't forget the punt the whole season long.
That whole punt ruined the game tonight for Kurt. Because he went for it 4th and 5 at his own 14-yard line.
Yeah.
And he was well in 4-down territory out here at his own 40. Why he punted, kind of a mystery.
Okay, here we go.
So Metamora offense comes onto the field. Michael Fay, Aaron Peters, and Daniel Burke in the backfield. Brand new line up front. Like the sign said, fresh horses.
What we going to run?
Peters up the middle.
Not
much. Very similar to last year's first game, first play.
Yeah, I think they're going to be fine.
Pickup of about the football length.
Second down and about 9.
There's Peters again.
Peters.
A little bit
We
more.
Got about 2.5, 3 yards there. We're going to be filling them out a little bit and see what's.
Well, I tell you,
I mean, we got 57 touchdowns returning
Yeah.
between the two, and
they've got some big kids up front.
yes, they do. All right, we ran. We got Garber and Kinney and Burke lined up to the right. Oh, ran out across.
Wow.
Got it out to the 41-yard line where Metamora will probably have to punt. It'll be a 4th and about 4 yards to go. Very similar to last year's first series.
Yep. Looks like we're going to go ahead and punt.
The beautiful thing about Metamora football is we got the coaching staffs up here overseeing the game and sending information down.
Yeah, they're stacked up in the middle there. They're going to have a lot in the box. And first time we throw, it's going to be, it should be pretty nice and open for them.
Nice punt by Fay.
Got a pretty good punt there.
Oh,
Stop.
horrible bounce.
Not a very good bounce for them, but
Out to the
Okay.
36-yard line where Metamora will go on defense first. First time all night, I should say.
and we're going to have 41, Brian Love, and Bieneman at number 11 at the linebacker. And it looks like McKee's back from his knee injury, which is good to see him out there. And we got Dane Kemp, and at one end, we're in the 3-man front. And we look like we're throwing. There it goes.
They do. They got Green out front, man. Big time first down.
Okay, they were in a big play there. We had no idea what to expect from these guys after the A11 offense they had last year. So
Well, yeah, and then last
I have a
year,
little bit of filling out to do in here.
yeah, last year from freshman, sophomore, and varsity, all three of them ran a different offensive scheme, so you didn't know what they were going to bring.
Okay. And that'd be first down on the 40 here. They're just going to keep doing this. So basically, it's almost a pick. That was a nice tackle there.
That looks like enough for a first down.
Another first down. That was
Down to
Kenny. Kenny came up. Preston Butner is the other D-line guy. Number 62, Josh Cockrell's coming into the ball game. We got McKinney out at one corner and Burks at the other. And they're in.
They got linemen.
Okay, they're real close to last year's. That's
There you
it.
go.
McKinney
That's the way to come up,
made
Kennedy.
that. There's no way McKinney, the number 75 out there, is going to be able to block a corner.
No.
That was a great play. We're just going to have to come underneath that, which is a little adjusting we're going to have to do on this because like I said, we had no idea what offense they were going to be running when we coming down here.
That's great coverage from McKinney come up like that.
I mean, they're taking our offensive line out to the right. They're doing that. It's almost like the polecat.
Yeah.
That's what you
There
want
it
to do
is,
right
wide
there.
open.
But
Over.
you see Dane, he just crushed him.
Yeah.
And he came right, and that's what you got to do when they do that and bring the lineman. You got big linemen like that, and they're throwing. I mean, that shows that they don't have any confidence in their run game,
Well, they don't have any running backs listed.
don't they? Well, I stole Steve's. I didn't have a program. Sorry about that, Steve. We were going to try to share, but okay. Now there's a third down and 12.
3rd and 12. They don't even have any running backs listed.
They don't have anybody running backs listed, huh? Okay. Well, you know that they're going to.
This is probably 4-down territory for
Yeah,
them.
I think I'd be going for it on 4th down, but you know what? I mean, we got ready for this last year, and they're pretty much doing the same thing they did last year.
Yeah.
But we are definitely going to be rotating our D line because that's real rough on them. Well, one nice thing is it's at 70 degrees instead of 85, 90 like
Right.
it usually is when we play this game.
Now,
So they called a timeout on us.
the other thing that's going to be nice for Metamora is they can make adjustments when we're on offense because we have very few guys that do go both ways.
Right. Yeah, and I was down there watching them warming up and stuff, and that's why one of the reasons I was late. But they're two big boys. They do move around pretty good, so they're not 280, 300 pounds, and they're slow. So I mean, they do seem to. But having them out there on the flat, that makes it kind of rough to.
Third and 12.
Big down from Metamora.
3rd and 12, and I would assume this is 2 downs. 2 down territory.
Yeah. Well, you're asking an awful lot of some big linemen out there to block in the open field like that.
Just under 9 minutes left in
And
the
they're
first quarter.
offside, so that's going to come back. This, no matter what, that's coming down because they're offsides.
Did they throw? Yeah, they did throw the flag. So Metamora will decline that and make it a 4th and 12.
Well, that's what. If that is the case, and it wasn't us, but false start. Looked like he was offsides to me. And the guard is the one that looked like he was offside. So when they're out there, I can't imagine a 6'6", 300-pound tackle out in the flat
They
for every play, and that's what they're doing.
But they've come awfully close to completing that pass down the sideline, Dave,
Yep.
and he's been open.
Yeah, he
so
is.
and I'm sure they're going to go back to it here on 4th
Yep.
and 12.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. But our corners and our safeties, this is their seniors here, so they have a good idea. They played against that crazy offense they had last year. So come on, let's get some pressure on him. There he is. Let's turn around.
Good coverage. Oh, he kept
They
it.
caught it.
He kept it. It was tight coverage, man.
They had good coverage, but Kenny didn't.
Well, that was Burke.
Yeah, but Kenny come over to try to serve that off. So now the offense. It's not the first time this has happened to us. So
No.
And Ryan Otto has his offensive line. He's already discussing what they're going to do. Didn't know. Oh, they blocked it. There we go.
Oh,
Nice play.
That was Bieneman.
Bieneman with the
getting in there to
block.
do that. So that's positive out of the deal there.
yep.
Yep.
Okay, so we have been. They'll be kicking back off to us now, and 8:47 in the first quarter.
Get the feathers out of the belly.
Yep.
Now we get down to business.
Now
We'll see.
Linder and them will be working on what went over,
Right.
what was going on out there. And we had no idea, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
what they were going to do if they were going to be in that.
All you got is film from last year, and
And,
that's not much to go on.
Yeah, that wasn't a whole lot of to go on from last year. So we'll see if we can get us a good return this time. Maybe kick it to some of our speedsters here.
Burke and Lambus back deep.
And we got Garber and Kenny in the middle. And Kemp and Jones and Whittington are in the third row.
A little bit of a wind going into the bird's face right now. Wind heading south.
We got Willett and Vince Faboni, Austin Ford, and Joey Weislake in the front row. So a lot of times these guys like to onside kick too. So
Well, we do have some good hands in that
yeah,
front row.
there is some, and you can tell we're waiting for it. We're going to have to really start putting some pressure on. He's kicking that out of bounds again. That's
Yeah.
but
Wow.
Well, we'll take it.
You know, you kind of wonder why they want to continue to do that in the first part of the season. They don't have any idea what we've got
Right.
as far as a return game.
Right.
They may remember Burke back there. That's for sure.
That's right. You know, when he was a sophomore, he probably ran for about 400 yards as a quarterback. But
Yeah.
Well, the one thing about it, though, we don't want to get in a shootout with these guys.
No.
No. All right, here we go. We got Garber and we got Kyle Alberson's spread out right. And of course, Peters and Fay in the backfield.
It's Peters.
There it
Got a
goes.
hole. Look at him go. First
There we
down.
First down. Nice
There we
play
go.
by Aaron Peters. Big play for the
Big-
Metamora senior. Boy, he was an eyelash away from breaking it.
Yeah, he was.
And that's going to come.
Nice hole on that right side.
And we got sophomore Vince Raboni starting at tight end. And he's quite the player. Fay pulled, pitch. Great
Nice.
play, great play.
That's enough for a first.
That's a great job.
That's a nice
He ran
job.
that to perfection there. That
Yeah,
was,
we did.
Zach Garber.
Fullback got tackled. He pulled, come up, made him make a play on it, and then he pitched it. And Zach had great pitch relationship with him. Nick Wellman had a real good block on that, and Lewandowski at right side. So they're
Oh, that's about all you can do is fall on it.
So they move the ball. That's a loss of about 5 yards.
yeah, that nose guard 6'1", 250. He's pretty, or D tackle. He's pretty big. He got in there pretty fast there.
And he was barreling down on Fay, so all he could do was fall on it, protect the ball. Second and 15.
Okay, wait. There we go.
Yes.
There he
Nice
goes. There he goes. Nobody's going to catch him.
Nobody's got an
Touchdown, Metamora.
Touchdown, and there's no flags. Yeah,
Nice moves.
Wow.
yeah. See, and that's a good way to respond.
Yep.
So, I mean, you give Peters a little opening,
Yeah.
and
He's so strong, but he's got the speed to break away.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
and we got Mr. Van Meegen as an extra point.
Wish he was as good as Underwood.
Yeah, wish he was. But so right now, Linder's talking over with Jesse and Dane on the defense, what we got to do, and because that's all they're going to do.
Yep.
They're just going to get in that spread offense and just throw. So, and we're going to have to make sure we rotate our defensive line because they're coming every play like that. That's pretty tough on them. But that's why they trained all summer.
Four-play drive, guys.
Four
Answer that
plays.
Riverside-Brookfield touchdown.
Yeah, I had a second and long and converted it into a touchdown.
That's efficient.
Oh, BLC very good here.
Well, Riverside's got the big boys up front. They got some awfully big guys. Do you think that one of the things we're going to try and do is try to wear them out?
Yep, I think so. And they're going to get tired of keep chasing Peters around. And Fay hasn't even really tried to run yet either.
No.
And that's going to cause him some problems too once
And I
because
think
he's faster than he was last year.
And I think conversely, when we go on defense, they've got their two big tackles split out wide. And I think you're asking an awful lot for a guy that's 260, 270 to try and break down and block a defensive back.
Right.
I think eventually that the fatigue's going to wear on them a little bit too, chasing those DBs to get a block.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to make sure that we have good coverage downfield.
All right. Looks like we got Ferguson, Cullett, Garber.
Flag on the play.
Metamora was
We
offsides.
were offsides. That's 67. Sadowski. And number 60, Joe Linkman.
We have some offensive linemen on our kickoff
Yeah.
coverage team.
Cockrell's on there, and Kinney and McKinney.
Drew Cullett, Ferguson.
Lambius. I think I finally said his name right. I was saying Lambies and
Yeah,
Lambias.
Lambias, yep. So Mr. Van Meegen will try this one more time.
nothing makes Pat madder than have something like that. And that's a
Oh,
real-
that's an even better kick.
that's a
Huge
good kick.
Down to
Kick
the 5.
5.
Oh, open field.
Flag there.
Somebody bringing boy down.
Ferguson had a great. It just fouled
Freebird
it
was
off.
in there.
I think they might get him for a face mask. The face mask.
Face mask
Yeah,
on us.
No, on them. They got Ferguson. They face masked Ferguson
It looked like he.
when he was coming around the end.
Okay. The wall's in the way here, so this is making it kind of tough to.
So that'll move him back to the about the 10-yard line.
Which is good because that moves them back farther.
Oh, they're saying it's an incidental, so it's only going to be a 5-yarder.
5-yarder. Okay. We're still in that. Oh!
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to miss them tackles. That's
No way.
Brian Love chased him down, but he got
First-
a 12-yard gain.
First
So
down yardage.
them guys are in the backfield. They cannot let that happen.
Wow.
But that's what you got to do. You got to put that pressure on that quarterback, but you can't miss him. Crowd seems kind of quiet tonight.
Well,
They're going to need to maybe help them out by getting into this a little bit. Incomplete pass there. McKinney was on the coverage on that.
he's still getting open, though. That's a little bit of a concern there.
And this might take a quarter or so to get this figured out what they're doing, because like I said, we had no idea what.
You know,
So we're going to have to do some adjustments, and I think we're going to be fine. Now they got the fullback or now they're in a regular offense. Trips and twins, and
oh,
he moved. They moved there.
No
He just
flags
he
down,
just
though.
keeps.
He's mobile.
that's a
good-
very good play by Brian Love
Brian
to break
Love
down.
and Beaneman, boy, they
Yes, they
drop
are.
them hips down, and
About a yard loss.
he's a quick little quarterback, though. He's getting out of there.
You notice we
Hey.
keep bringing new linemen in.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna have to do the game. I mean, let's see, we got 62, and well, he was already in there, but Cockrell and Butner just come into the game.
Replacing Kemp.
And now they're back to the two tackles out wide to the left. They're just going to throw to him again. Great.
Nice
That was a good play by Garber.
Yes,
Garber
it was.
Great
Very good play by Zach Garber to force him back in.
Yeah. And then Jesse was right there to help with the tackle. So
I think we're starting to make those adjustments we needed to make.
And they're going to have to keep making more and more.
4th and a long 8.
We won't see this the rest of the season, you know, as far as this type of offense.
Now you don't know if they're going to punt because they're always in pre-punt formation anyway.
Yeah. We got Burks drop back. And we should be able to return this. Come on, Burke.
Just run forward.
Juking again. He has got to run.
Yeah, he's just got to
the ball,
catch it and
Don't
go.
dance.
Just go. Yeah. Although I am glad he caught the ball because, you know, that.
He's got pretty good hands.
Yeah.
So he's going to usually catch it, but take off running because he's got the wheels. So.
That's just it. You know, he's so fast. He's fast enough he can make people miss just by going forward.
Taking off.
And, you know, the side-to-side stuff isn't going to do much.
No.
Not at this level.
So Metamora comes out for its 3rd possession on the 29-yard line.
Burke and Peters in the backfield with Fay. He throws.
Oh, look at that.
Just go upfield.
Just go. Now that's a great move.
There you go. Turn the corner.
Yeah,
that's a good
play.
move. He did exactly what he had to do right there. He just got outside and got what he could take.
He used that speed and get out there. That was a good job. Huh?
Probably a forward, or not a forward pass, probably a lateral. So it'd be a running play to Burke on that time. Yeah. But I like that play. That's a nice play.
It's a swing pass is what it is, but it
got him out in space. There goes Fay.
There he goes.
Oh, look at him take people over. Yeah.
See, Steve.
First down yardage.
Guys, we're starting to establish ourselves up front. We're making those creases for our backs to get through. You know, we don't have to have the pancake blocks in this offense. We just have to more or less have picks.
Yep, pretty much getting their way. Although Zurcher's really getting off the ball today too, so.
That whole offensive line is starting to establish itself up front.
And Bruce.
Bruce?
Isn't that how you say his name? Bruce?
Yeah.
Bruce? Okay.
Buse? I think it's Buse.
Buse? If you're watching, we apologize. We'll get it down though.
They did a nice job on that.
Good job on that. They come running up.
Yeah, Garber didn't have anything to work with.
No. Peters went through the line scot-free. Probably should have given it to him, but
that's. Fay will know that right now. I mean, he knows as soon as the play is over what he should have done. If he should have pulled or if he should have kept or pitched. Now, we don't know if this will be a pass play, even though we're a lot of times this is a decoy when we line up in the twins to the left.
Nobody's over Garber.
Fay's keeping. A lot of green in front of him.
He's got a lot of green.
Look at him. Oh, 20.
Oh, my God. Talk about some fake. I didn't really know who had the ball there. I thought Peters had the ball.
It took a while to pick him up, yeah.
Fay's really improved on his speed when he was fast last year, so. 20-yard line, first down. And here we go. Let's see. We're in front of the wall again.
We're on the 19-yard line. 1st and 10.
There goes Peters.
He's nice block by number 73 from Metamora. Nick Willman. 6 foot, 250-pound senior.
Yeah.
Coaches say he's one of the most improved linemen in the program.
Last year, yeah.
And that'll get the Birds down inside the 10-yard line. Down to about
Lewandowski had a good block on that play, too. He's 5'9", 200-pound guard.
You know, Dave, when it's this tight and they get 10 yards, just about everybody's made a good block.
Oh, yeah.
1st and goal from the 8.
They all like to hear their name, though. So.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just going to keep doing this till we absolutely won't work anymore. And Peters just got tripped up there. So now we'll be
That'll be a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line for Metamora.
Joe Lankerman's on the. He had pretty good block on that play.
3 minutes, 7 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Now we're tight. Faye's underneath. We'll probably run belly here. See what happens unless he throws. We're just running belly. There he goes.
And it works right.
Touchdown, Metamora.
32
Off tackle.
belly. 32 belly.
Oh, that
Been running
offensive
32
line.
belly forever.
That offensive line, wow.
Yep.
And those guys on Riverside, their defensive line outweighs is probably
They're
30
a lot
pounds.
bigger. That just shows who's getting off the ball and staying low.
And who found the weight room in the offseason.
Yep.
That was the difference in tonight's sophomore game.
Yes.
We dominated them up front.
And they were bigger.
But you got
And they got beat by him last year. So
Yeah.
it shows what the Kurt Ryan does when he gets a hold of them, too.
well, that was Jeff Herring's first game as a coach.
Oh, no. I'm not saying anything bad about that.
Yeah, I know.
No, Kurt, just when he gets them guys, he gets them ready for varsity.
Well, Metamora goes up.
It was Jeff's first game and stuff, but that had nothing to do with it. The boys weren't ready yet.
Yeah, and you're probably right.
Because they
about
went
that.
on and won the rest of their games. So
Yeah.
Jeff did a great job. But
Now I got to ask you guys, you going to be able to sleep tonight knowing your kids start their Metamora football careers tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock?
Yeah,
you know the
that's
answer
gonna be
to
something.
that.
And they're playing on the
I couldn't
turf.
sleep last night. Woke up 3 times, start thinking about different plays. Who was gonna be playing where, and because that was our JFL boys. So
Did you know where you were when you woke up?
yeah. I knew it was time to get up for work. So
You know,
you can't
Well,
take
we'll
Steve
give you-
or Scott anywhere. I know that.
I know that sometime this year I owe you a big one because of a prank you played on me earlier in the summer or this fall.
Scott, Steve and myself don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we'll get into that at another time. just know that we're not even until I'm ahead. Back deep for Riverside, Tyler Riddick. He's only a 5'8", 160-pound junior, but you know what? He's broken some tackles, and he runs awfully hard. Van Meegum getting ready to kick off.
Into a little bit of a wind, breeze. Nice deep kick.
Down to the 6-yard line.
Oh, come on, coverage. Come on, kick coverage. Giving them some yards, Scott.
Looks like number 9, Brandon Lambiez, on the tackle. Almost $1,300 for tonight's 50-50, the take home.
And not much of a visitor crowd.
It'd be kind of, the odds are against that they would take it back to Riverside tonight. So here comes Riverside for their 3rd possession of the game. Oh, nice job by Brent McKinney.
Rod.
That'll make it a 2nd and 10.
What was that number? Never mind.
Makes it a 2nd and 10 with 2 minutes. You know, with them passing so much, it's going to make for a long game tonight.
It is. Yep, it is. It's amazing that they don't have any running backs.
No, it really is. They got nothing but wide receivers and about 3 quarterbacks. Oh, that's a nice job.
It's a good job.
He ended up gaining some yards, but they brought
Kemp and Lovey made that tackle.
They brought Lovey, and you know, he's going to get to some quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to line up 8 yards deep in the backfield like that.
All right. We got 3rd down and 8. Burke's already lined up way out there because he knows here it comes.
You got some experience in the DBs. That's awfully nice.
Oh, Love just killed him. And I'll tell you what, that's going to get to him after a while, too, even though he completed that.
Yeah, that's enough for a first down.
Completed to Taurus Slater.
And we keep sending that, too. He's...
You know, when they pass the ball, you got to accept the fact that they're going to complete a few.
Yep. Gives them first down from the 50. And here we come, here we come. And Love made a great play there.
Oh.
Still picking up 6.
It's still a pretty nice play because they run that so well.
Yeah, they do. They definitely got it down.
Yeah, almost 7-yard gain there.
He's definitely going to have to keep rotating them D-line because they're going to have to be in a track. I mean, they're going to have to just come.
Yep, it's going to be
Everything
a track
they
meet.
got.
2nd and 3 on the 43.
There he goes again.
Wow. They're moving the ball well.
Another first down.
That was an awful nice catch.
That was a comeback there. For sophomore Faboni's coming in for Garber. Give Garber a break because he's starting on offense also. That gives us that first down for them on first down. And
wow, what a throw,
man,
what a
right
catch.
by Kenny. It looked like Kenny thought he was going to catch that.
Man,
It just went right by him.
He's hitting his targets tonight.
Yeah, we're going to.
We just need to get a hand in there a little more often.
Yep.
We got good coverage. We just need to get a hand in the face. Go for the ball.
I got to believe this is going to be where they're going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't spread it quite as deep.
Big,
got a
big
lot of
field in
field
front
there.
of him.
Touchdown.
Well, it looked for sure like he went out of bounds at the
Yeah, it did look
inside
like
the
it.
1, but
Okay, so it's 14-12 now.
they're matching us touchdown for touchdown.
The D-line is really going to have to start waking up here and getting that pressure on them because they're your corners and safeties and linebackers are out there one-on-one basically. Well, this will be a big stop here. But, you know, a quarterback wait for everybody to go, and then he can take off running.
Yep.
You're going to call a timeout.
That
10
offense so spread out.
10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Tell you what, this is a more impressive offense than Riverside's ran in the 3 years we've played them.
Yeah, it's the best I've seen Riverside run.
No, we're just in a game right now, and we'll be making adjustments as we go.
And that's where the big key is. Are they going to be able to make the adjustments that we make?
Yep.
Big two-point conversion.
These are big to stop, too. Especially if we're going on.
That's a nice
coverage.
play.
That's good
Nice play. If he has that down where it's catchable, I believe Burke intercepts it.
Yeah.
So Metamora still clings to a 2-point lead, 14-12. if they're going to keep giving us the ball on the 35-yard line, I got to believe that that's not going to help them any.
No. Well, I mean, that's telling you that they're scared to kick off to us because of our speed, I guess. I don't know.
It must be.
Now, according to the Riverside roster here, they got Tyler Raddick. He's a 5'8", 160-pound wide receiver. Now, I don't believe this would be his brother. Ted, number 66, is 6'3", 325.
Yeah, well.
Might be a cousin.
Yeah, that's definitely a disadvantage there.
Somebody got to the dinner table a little early. Man, there's a huge difference there.
Let's see if maybe they'll kick off to us this time. Or are they just going to keep kicking out of bounds? In the past, they've tried that onside quite a bit, so they're going to kick it deep. Now let's see.
Down to
Burke
the 2.
gets it. Down to the 2 is a great kickoff.
There you go. Run forward, baby. That's what we need out of you.
That's what Daniel Burke's good for.
That's
right
what we need out of him. Just go. Yep.
That was a good run by Burke.
He had a little stutter step in there, but he still was moving forward, and that was. So Metamora will come out on its 4th possession. One play, and then that'll be the end of the quarter.
Last play here. See what we're going to run. Pratt Winnington coming into the ball game.
Face keeping.
And that play didn't do too much there.
That'll be the end of the first quarter. Take this time to thank our sponsors. Corey's Grill and Bar in Germantown Hills. Diddley's Car Hop in Metamora. Aztequita Restaurant in Metamora and Washington. Heartland Bake in Metamora and Germantown Hills. The Scoreboard Bar and Grill. Michael's Italian Feast in Germantown Hills and in Washington. The Metamora McDonald's and Greg Harmon Insurance State Farm in Germantown.
Also, thank you to Mason Funeral Homes in Metamora and Germantown. Metamora IGA. PA Atherton Construction. Metamora Redbird Express Mart. Jubilee Foods in Germantown Hills. The Flame Restaurant in Metamora. Central Illinois Kids.com. Sunbelt Rentals, East Peoria and Bloomington.
So we'll start the second quarter. Metamora will have a second and about 13 yards to go. Metamora clinging to a 14-12 lead.
Starting the second quarter here. Like I said, we had no idea what was going to be, what kind of offense they were going to have, so it's obviously taking a little longer to adjust than what we thought, but they'll get it.
They're getting better at it. They've had a stop. They've had some big plays. We got to give them credit for that.
Yeah. Faye's going to throw.
Oh, Garber.
Almost intercepted after the deflection.
And we had 2 receivers right by each other, too. So Lambie is.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 12.
I think he was in the wrong pattern on that because they were right by each other, and normally we don't run patterns like that. So
no.
He's got his hands up like he's talking to the coach about what happened there.
So it'll be a 3rd and
Alverson
13.
coming in. He's a wide left here. And Garber at one back, and Burke and Peters backfield. Burke's going in motion. This play's set up real good if he cuts it back.
Alverson. Positive yardage.
That'll bring up a 4th and about 6, though. And
3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Yep.
No, that'll be 4th.
4th
Fourth
and
and
6.
6.
Okay, so we're punting. Nice punt.
Oh,
Yeah,
Joey Weislick down
Joey
on
Weislick
coverage
and Forboni.
for Boney down there.
And then Weislick got up. Jesse was down there first. Okay.
Nice coverage.
This is real important here to stop them on this drive here.
11:06 left to go here in the first half. Metamora up 14-12.
And let's see what we got out here now. Looks like Tracy's in the ball game.
That's good to see.
It's good to see. Let's hopefully his that's some speed come in and chase down that quarterback. So hopefully he's ready to rock with that. Cause
oh, nice play by Sean McKee.
I mean, we're going to have to. I mean, they may even bring in some running backs to press the quarterback on that because they don't have nobody to block them. They just got to come. Because we're wide, we're outside of the. This time they're in there with their tackle and guards there, but he's got all day there. This time it's going to be hard for Tracy to. Wow, that was a nice catch.
No, he didn't catch it.
They gave it to him.
They did.
Oh, yeah, he caught it.
They did catch
He caught it.
Now, how did he catch that falling down like that?
That was a nice catch. Looked like a Michael Irvin catch there. Tracy won't be the guy to be in there when that tackle blocks him because Tracy comes to his waist.
Yeah.
Now they're in that. Now is when Tracy needs to come. Okay, here's where you got to make your tackles. That was a nice tackle there by Love. And Dane got out there. But they're getting 5-6 yards a pass.
Yes, they are. They're getting positive yardage.
We need a turnover.
They're moving the ball. We do need a turnover here. Change the tide.
We're just not getting our pressure on our quarterback. He just sits back there all day, and that's I don't care what kind of corners and safeties you got.
Yeah,
it's tough. You got to have pressure on that quarterback. He's got to be moving around.
And he's a good quarterback. He throws the ball where he needs to be.
He threw for 30. Oh, look at that holding.
Hold.
They ain't going to call that holding. Nice hit, but that was a bad hold. That was a terrible hold, and I cannot believe they didn't call that. He had a hold of his shoulder pads, pulling him back. Love jacked him, though. They got lucky on that hold because that was holding on that.
On that far end on that side.
David Tracy got held big time.
It's going to be about the length of a football short.
Yeah. And David Tracy hasn't practiced a whole lot. I mean, he had a hernia injury during the summer. This will be interesting to see what they do on something like this. Since they don't have a running back, but it's an easy quarterback sneak play. I cannot believe the refs didn't see that holding. That was just as blatant as you could get.
Yep.
Well, it looks like he's going to go up under center.
Yeah, well, that's a no-brainer on 3rd and inches. I mean, you got to be able to quarterback sneak this.
He'll go. Yep. That's
first down, and now they'll go back in their spread stuff. That would have been a chance to stop them there and We got no penetration on that play. They kind of look like we're trying to figure out what's happening.
We have a 50-50 winner. Congratulations to Gerald Millett from Congerville, Illinois.
Congerville.
Redbird Nation
Come
reaches
from all
far
over
and
the
wide.
place. All right, they got first down on the 36. That was a nice tackle by Jesse there.
Yeah, it was. Pickup of about 3 yards.
And that's what we need to stop them on. And we keep them on 3 yards instead of 6 and 7 yards.
Yeah.
They're going to have a harder time getting the first down. But he hasn't. We have no pressure on him. We have got to start putting pressure on him.
We keep bringing, 3 guys, and they've got 5 guys into block plus their 5 guys into block or 260.
Yeah. Referee's timeout.
Just to make sure the kid's helmet is okay as an equipment. 7:38 left to go here in the first half. Metamora up 14-12, but Riverside is moving.
Yes, they are. Screen. I don't know how he got that out.
More positive yardage though. It's only a couple yards. Brings up about a
Well,
third and 5.
we'll take a 2-yard gain
Third
over
and
what
lo-
they've been marching down on us
Yeah.
on.
Third and a long 6.
That should have been picked off. We read it good. All right, this is a real big play. Somebody's got to step up and say we're going to stop them on this play here. Come on, get him, Love, and he got away.
Oh, quarterback runs him over.
Ran right over us.
Oh.
Wow. We had him for a loss in the backfield.
Wow. I never would have guessed he could run anybody over.
First and 10 from the inside the 19-yard line, almost to the 18.
Okay, who came in the ball game
175-pound
now?
quarterback.
We got looks like Drew Cullett come in the ball game. He's at rush in there. Maybe he can get to the quarterback. Oh! That's what we needed right there, and he dropped
Burke
it.
had both hands on the ball.
That's 6 going the other way, baby.
Yeah, he had both hands on it. Man.
Wow.
It was close.
Wow.
That's what we needed. That's what we needed to pick that off.
2nd and 10.
6-11.
Something has got to break their back, and that would have been a play right there.
On the Redbird 18.
6:11 left to go. First half.
Our crowd is really, really quiet. Our cheerleaders are sitting down. I'm not. Oh, that's the sound. Oh, the varsity. There they are. Okay. My bad. The cheerleaders aren't sitting down. They're cheering. Or not, I just can't see behind the wall. There we go. There we go. Finally.
There you go. Hit him, man.
That's a great play. That's great by McKee.
Sean McKee
Sean
got to
McKee.
him first.
Senior Sean McKee. We needed that play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 15. Say Drew. We got Drew and McKee and
Beaneman.
They move Love to the outside, which is a real good move on that part because there's not too many faster than Love out there.
But this 3rd and long really is no different than 2nd short.
Right. You're right, Scott. This is 4-down territory, so it's a real big to hold them on this. This will be a big victory for the defense. I'm not sure what's going.
3rd and 14. Riverside with the ball on the Redbird 23.
Change.
The Riverside with the ball on the Metamora 23. 5:17 left in the first half of this game. Metamora leading 14-12. Riverside jumped out on front. Birds scored 2 touchdowns. Riverside responded with another one. And they're threatening again.
Drew Cullett and McKee and Tracy are in the front line now. This is a real big play for Metamora. This is a big play for them to step up and say, we're going to stop you. Got to get pressure on him. Bieneman's acting like he's coming.
The quarterback.
Well,
we got some pressure on
we
him
made
again.
him throw the ball, and
But
we
he
made him
wasn't
throw it a
ready.
little lower than what he wanted to.
So,
A little sooner maybe than he wanted to.
looks like they're gonna kick a field goal. Quarterback looks like
Well, line of scrimmage is the 23.
So that
Yeah,
would be
looks
a
like
40-yard field goal.
About a 40-yard
they're
try into a little bit of a wind, although it has died down quite a bit
So-
from the beginning of the game.
They're going to put the ball on the 30-yard line. Watch for the fake.
It's a 40-yard try.
we got to get in there.
No.
No.
No good.
Off to the left.
So the Metamora
good
defense
stop.
bent. They bent, but they didn't break.
Yeah.
So that's a big play for Metamora with 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Very important to get a drive, go down and score here.
Yeah, that would be huge. And then it would be more than, it would be potentially a two-possession game, exactly. Thanks for helping me there.
Yeah. Well, anybody has to have his name so he knows where he's at. I got to help you out as much as I can.
It's like the same name tags that are on your underwear, Scott.
Maybe.
All right, let's see what we're going to do here. Grant Whittington's in, and Peters and Garber here. Yeah, we're going to have to pull that. Although he ended up getting 3.
3 yards for Peters.
I don't think we're going to be able to we're going to have to get maybe a little bit more unconservative. You know, I think he was hoping he wouldn't have to do a lot of his plays because, you know, Washington's here
Oh, yeah.
scouting. But I think we're going to have to do some extra things here tonight to loosen this up. There we go. Nice block by.
That's Burke. Turn it upfield, Burke. Just
There we
go.
There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Great
Nice
play.
Touchdown
job.
yardage.
That is a real nice
Good
job
job
by
on
Burke. Set up his blocker real nice, dipped it to
running
the
hard.
outside. That's exactly what he needed to do. Got all he really could get, too.
He just ran out of the
Running real
sideline
hard.
there.
And let's see. Faboni's in there, and
Out to the
we got
34-yard
Witt's
line.
in on the other side, right next to Faboni. We need to drive to end this half and score here. There he goes. There he
There you
goes. There he
go.
goes. Nice
Go,
play.
Michael. Go,
Take it,
Michael.
go.
Go, 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 go.
He's gone. Nobody's got an angle
Oh.
on him.
Oh no.
That's going to be a block in the back.
Yep. He didn't even need to block him.
I don't think you can throw that flag any later
threw
than
it.
he did.
Well, he wanted to
The
throw
kid's
it.
hurt.
Yeah.
So that'll bring us. That's on the
20. It'll be out to
so that
about
goes
the
back to
25.
4:03
There was
left
no
in the
sense
first half.
making that block either.
No, it had nothing to do with the play. It was nothing necessary.
Dolinsky's talking to him right now. He knows now that he shouldn't have done that. That was a great play by Fay. That was
Oh, he can spring that at any time. We'll see a few more of
I don't
those
know why
before the
they're
end of the
moving back
night.
this far though.
Back to the 25.
Yeah, we're all the way back here at the 30.
Oh,
thinking
we're a
that's-
little confused.
Wait a minute.
Flag down here
Oh,
on
there's
the
a flag
35
down here, too.
of Riverside.
Oh.
On the Riverside 35,
Joe's
there's a
coming
flag.
back anyway before the block.
Looks like it.
Yeah, we're shooting ourselves in the foot again.
We get those things out of our system before next week.
Wow, now we're 1st and 20 from our 25.
So 4 minutes left to go. Well, we're packed in tight, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are.
Peters again with a big hole.
There
And he can spring it.
Look at
Look
Fay.
at Michael Fay.
Look at Fay. Look at Fay.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Michael
Inside
Fay,
the 20.
the quarterback, downfield for that block.
Brings it to the 19.
Well,
That
he
put
got us
Peters
back
over.
to the 20-yard line where we belonged.
Yeah.
1st and 10.
That was
Nice.
great effort by Fay. You don't see a quarterback running 30 yards downfield like that, 50
And
yards downfield.
nice hole that offensive line
Yes.
opened up.
Yes, they did. All right, we got Whittington and Garber in, and Peters.
3 minutes, 42 seconds left here in the first half. Fay up under center now.
Looks like we're going to try to run belly again. Our option. There we go. We run belly. And they've been doing that.
To the 11.
Nice
It kind of
first.
looks like when we get in our tight and run belly, there's eight yards of time. So
Yeah.
And that's going to eat a little bit of clock up too, which we're going to end up having to do, it looks like, to keep that defense off the field.
Yeah, we don't want to score too soon.
We're going to eat up much clock as we can. There's 3 minutes to go here. We're still down and we're in. We're just going to keep trying to pound Peters, or we're going to run. Yeah, Fay's going to run option. And I think he got close to first down.
I think he's going to have a first down.
But it doesn't look like they're going to give it to us.
I'd be fine if he didn't. Make it a 3rd and short.
Yeah. Look, they didn't get a real good spot there.
But I'll tell you what, I'm okay with that because
And they're coming. There we go, Fay. That was a great read by Fay.
touchdown.
Touchdown.
Great effort by Michael Fay. He took a wallop at about the 5-yard line.
That was a great
spun.
fake. Great fake also. I'll tell you what, though, this Riverside-Brookfield team came to play tonight.
Yes, they did. He took a wallop at the 5. Hope he's okay.
Yep, he just needs to get a drink. Give him a drink of water, and he probably lost a little bit of breath there. That was a nice hit.
He got hit as hard. Look at Earl Campbell.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer there.
Yep. Well, the longer Fay's
But-
talking to Chris Miles, the team doctor,
Yeah.
the better he's looking on the
Well,
sidelines.
You look at him, he's holding his shoulder pads up, so he's getting his air.
Well, now it's back to that 2-possession lead, and that's awfully nice.
Yeah.
A little bit of a cushion.
We've got to stop them before the half. We cannot allow them to march down and score. Get a good kickoff here and good coverage and get them deep, get them pinned deep.
Wow, you know, Riverside comes all the way down, knocks on our door, we shut it, and we respond by going all the way down and scoring on an 80-yard drive. That's a little bit of a backbreaker. We'll see what kind of moxie that Riverside team has.
Yeah, they do definitely have some big kids out there. The linebacker,
Oh.
6'1", that number 92, he's 6'1", 220.
Yeah, they're
I
really.
believe that's the one that put the
He put the hit on Fay there.
yeah.
He'll be fine. He's a tough kid. He played a state championship with a broken thumb. So
Well, the only thing that bothers me is that Chris Miles is holding his helmet.
oh, he'll be all right. I don't think he's talking to him. cow.
Wow, that goes back in the
Ooh.
end zone. That'll be a dead ball.
Can't bring it out of the end zone in high
No,
school.
that's 3 yards deep into the end zone.
That's a good
Wow.
way to defensive play there.
So they'll get the ball with a little over 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes, 12 seconds.
And we still got Drew Cullett in there and McKee and Tracy. Sure glad to see Tracy out there. And Cullett seems to be making a little bit happen there. They rotated quite a few people, and they rotated him in there lately, and they were sticking with him. He's a junior, and Tracy's also a junior.
I think
Got a lot of juniors out there.
Michael Fay might be done for the night.
You think?
I believe he is. They've taken his helmet, and Bo Geyer's going to start taking some snaps.
Okay.
I believe they're going to. That's a great play.
Jesse Mishler got held big time.
And he made a nice,
They've been
awful nice.
holding quite a bit and not getting called. So that's good. I'm moving back 10. Well, I'm hoping that that it's not a serious deal. Maybe he's not limping or nothing. Maybe he got hit in the face.
I think he got hit. He might be a little bit dinged, but Bo Geyer's as good a backup as we've had in a long time. We're in very,
especially if we want to throw.
Well, it could be Air Ryan
Because he can definitely do that. Now, this is really important for our defense to hold something here.
and we have some
We got two
timeouts.
something.
We have
Can't
3
see the
timeouts
pole.
left. If they're going to take as much time off the clock as they can because it's getting down to the 2-minute mark. Oh, and a drop pass.
That stops the clock.
That's a good deal. That makes it a 2nd and 20.
Gotta get some pressure on there. He can't, when he doesn't have any time to throw, that's how in the last 3 years that we've seemed to dominate him so much. And tonight, we're not getting as much pressure on him as we have in the past. And
Well, he's an awfully good quarterback. He was a 6A All-State player last year.
Oh yeah, he is awful good. But I don't care how good he is if we're getting pressure on him.
Right.
And we can do that, and we will definitely be working on it. Bieneman's coming. Here comes Drew. Great play by
nice.
Garber. Great play by Garber. And then everybody piled on. So
Well,
now that moved him back to the 5.
Yeah, that's a great.
And Drew Cullett made a real good pressure on that. He got to him right as he was throwing it. And then Garber was playing exactly how you're supposed to play there out in the flat. And the clock's running now. I don't know if
Right at 1 minute. We're going to get the ball back with probably.
I want him to get the ball back.
Well, that's 3rd down. If it's an incomplete pass, we call a timeout. They
Yeah.
punt it. So we're going to get the ball back with probably about 40 seconds left. That's too much time.
So now that moves them back 2.5.
So they're going to have to punt out of the back of their end zone more than likely.
So we're going to see our backup quarterback come in.
Anybody that watched any Southmore games last year will know that Bo Geyer is an awfully, awfully good quarterback.
Yes, he is. This is very important to make a play here.
Got to keep in mind down in distance.
Yep. An incomplete pass would be huge.
3rd and 28.
He's throwing a bomb. Turn. Come on, Kenny.
Oh, that's a nice play.
That's great. As he catches that, that's 1st down. So they got to punt. I would send everybody in the kitchen sink on this play here.
Well, do you want to do that, or do you want to, we're going to get good field position here.
I don't know. He's going to be standing on the out of bounds. Or
The back of the end zone.
Try to send a few people.
Yeah, you got to keep them honest.
And we're not. Don't look like we're just
Burke's
gonna-
setting up on the 30-yard line.
Good punt. Go Burke. Go Burke.
Oh,
Trying to.
you know what, though? I don't mind that because we're going to have good field position. And he made one guy miss, and he was turning it upfield. We're on a start on the 30-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, but we got 39 seconds, so.
In comes Bo Geyer.
Bo Geyer here. Let's see what we're going to do. You know we're going to have to try to.
Well, it's going to be
We got all 3 timeouts, though.
39 seconds.
Oh, there goes Peters.
Peters
Go, Aaron. Touchdown, Metamora. One play, 30 yards out.
One play.
What a debut by Bo Geyer.
Looks like 39 seconds is enough time to score, right?
Yeah.
We got time to onside kick.
And score again.
Get one more.
Okay.
So Bo Geyer knows how to hand off.
Wow. Did that hole open up
Yes,
on this
it did.
left-hand side?
They thought we were going to pass. They thought we were going to pass.
I got a feeling that, Riverside does have an injured player. Probably might be a cramp.
I don't know. It looks like he's mad. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. He's over there. I'm sure it is a cramp. It's odd for to have a cramp tonight because it's 60 degrees.
Well, but it's a little
in the 60s.
muggy out there, a little humid.
Well, I remember Brandon senior, it was 95, and they had several kids, including Brandon, with cramps. And after they threw 50 times, but when it's 65, I don't think you can ask for better weather for tonight. And they gave us a little breathing room there with.
A lot of people worried about that offensive line, but
They're
so
getting
far they've answered.
I'm sure that's a cramp.
Well, they're carrying him off the field. That doesn't look like a. You think it looks like a cramp?
They carried Brandon off the field. Both legs, we got him on tape. If it's in that calf,
Yeah.
and he's holding it. Are we going to go for 2 or are we kicking?
We're going to kick, I'm sure.
Well,
Bo Geyer's the holder.
that's right, he is. No, we're going. No, there he is. I couldn't find Van Meegen there. So
We'll find out at halftime from the Metamora coaches just how Michael Fay is. If it's a precautionary thing, that's fine.
yeah, he may have had his bell rung, and I said, well, we need you next week against Washington. So how much time, Eric? I got
33 seconds.
What caused that to fall over there? What's your cord? This is going to be a long game.
Yes,
It's almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is there 3 seconds? 33
There's
seconds.
33 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Can't see behind this pole.
We're going to have to get some contractors up here and redo some of these windows, I think, for us. Steve, you got a saw, don't you? That's a yes.
He knows how to use it, too.
Got a cutting torch. That'll work.
Sawzall would be real nice.
We got some of those.
Dave knows how to use a chainsaw.
Yes, I do. I'll bring that up here.
Which you just got to remember which end to hold.
Yeah. Don't grab the wrong one.
Well, 5 minutes ago, Metamora was clinging to a 14-12
Yeah.
lead, and now Metamora's up 28-12.
A couple good stops on defense and big holes on the offensive line.
That's back into the.
Oh, it's an open ball.
Nope, it went into the
Oh,
end zone,
yeah,
and
that
it
came
is a
out.
dead ball.
Yeah, he hit that in the end zone.
That could've
Wow.
been humongous there.
So that'll bring the ball out to the. You know, it doesn't look like there's much of a breeze out there to be helping the ball, but
Not right now, there isn't.
going from our right to the left. He's been booming them into the end zone.
Yeah. That's great. That's great defense there. Don't have to worry about any big plays. It starts them at the 20. They got 80 yards.
Well,
We got 30.
they were having some success on their kickoff returns, and so we put the kibosh to that.
Okay, let's just keep on.
Well,
You know,
Scott,
he's 10 yards deep. That's pretty tough to.
Well, it's a pre-punt formation, so you can't hit the center.
Well, he dropped
Incomplete
that, too.
pass. You know,
They're going away from what they got down, what they scored on before.
well, a lot of those passes that were complete early, you know, we're starting to get to them a little bit, and they're starting to panic a little bit because they can't stop us.
So I said that pass pressure is huge. And every so often you send Levy or Bieneman. But I do have to tell you, they did come down to play tonight.
28 seconds left in the first half. Wide open, first down. Playing a little soft.
Slip.
Well, I think they're more worried about them getting behind them.
Yeah. But you know, with
21 seconds left.
with this kind of offense they got, 28 seconds, they can make up a lot of time or a lot of yardage in a short amount of time. Stopping the clock after every play.
That was a
There
great
you
play
go.
there.
Oh, nice play
Yeah.
by Burke. I like that.
That was a good job. Burke is having a real pretty good game.
Yes, he is. You know, you talked about earlier about how Metamora was going to have to open up the playbook a little bit and get some of those swing passes in, and they've done that,
Yep.
and it really is making our offense pretty efficient.
That's helping the O-line. They've really gotten their feet wet. They're getting their first game as starters, and here comes Love. Boom. We see Levy
Yeah.
come in. He stuck him. I mean, and that quarterback's going to keep.
Bulldogs are in the middle of the field.
6 seconds left to go.
6 seconds.
Boy, I love that. Brian Love coming in off the edge.
He really got
Bieneman.
some force, boy. He's coming again. He knows. And Dane's come up. Got him. Yeah.
And that'll end the
That'll end
first
the
half with Metamora. Big play by Dane Kemp. Metamora will take a nice half by the Metamora offense and their defense. We'll be back with the halftime stats in just a few minutes.
And here we are with your first half stats, starting with Riverside. Quarterback Van Merkt has had 8 carries for 30 yards and 1 touchdown with an average of 3.8 yards per carry. On passing, Van Merkt is 18 for 28 for 173 yards and 1 touchdown. Receiving, Raddick has had 6 receptions for 37 yards. Kinahan has had 1 reception for 31 yards and 1 touchdown. Slater has had 3 receptions for 27 yards. Granger's had 1 reception for -3 yards. And McDonough has had 7 carries for 81 yards. Their total offense is 203 yards. They've had 4 rushing first downs and 9 passing for a total of 13 first downs. Now for Metamora. Peters has had 11 carries for 182 yards and 3 touchdowns. Fay has had 7 carries for 50 yards and 1 touchdown. Garber's had 2 carries for 7 yards. Burker's had 1 carry for 12 yards. That's a total of 21 carries for 251 yards and 4 touchdowns with an average of 12 yards per carry. On passing, Fay is 2 for 3 for 18 yards. Receiving, Albertson has had 1 reception for 7 yards, and Burke has had 1 reception, for 7 yards, and Burke has had 1 reception for 11 yards. Metamora's total offense is 269 yards. They've had 10 rushing first downs and 1 passing first down. Time of possession, 9:31. Your first half score, Metamora 28, Riverside 12.
You guys start yet? Welcome back to Malone Field. We're just minutes away from the opening kickoff, or the second half kickoff. Report on Michael Fay. He does have a slight concussion. They said he should be fine for next week, though.
Good.
But he'll probably be done for tonight. But Bogart did fine. He got us
One handoff for a 30-yard touchdown.
did a nice job of handing off.
That's good to hear that it's not a bad concussion. But I'll tell you what, that number 92,
That's a
Ian
big,
Robinson, 6'1", 220. He jacked him. I mean, he's a big kid.
Yeah, it was a solid hit. But, you know,
It was a good hit. I mean, and Fay bounced off, you know. I mean, but
well, Gear he's got a solid backfield behind him. Peters had 182 yards rushing this first
in
half.
the first quarter, or in the first half. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Fay had 50. Burke had, 12 or probably more than that rushing.
I'm not sure what he had. We had the stats. They read them off to us at halftime.
What did Burke have rushing? What did Burke have rushing? Too slow.
So what is it that Chad does here? Chad Knoll, he's a spotter. He's a spotter now, okay.
Well, they're getting ready to kick
All
off.
right, we're
Van
getting ready to
Meegen's
start.
teeing it up. Metamora
I
up
think this is gonna
28 to 12 here
this
to
is
start
gonna be a
the
long
second
game.
half. It's going to be a long game because they're going to throw the ball all over the field, and hopefully with that it'll stop the clock and Metamora will make some stops on defense, and Metamora will keep on scoring, and maybe we can get this game up into the 60s and go home
So we
early.
can go home and I can toss around and not sleep all night.
Well, Dave, you know, what's your big hurry? You're going to be probably sleeping up here anyway.
I'll be up at Steve's at 4 for coffee.
Nice
They
big
stepped
kick
in the end
again.
zone, so I'm surprised. That
The wedge was
Great.
broken up by
wow.
60.
62 Cockrell.
Oh, what a
McKinney.
job.
He just broke the wedge. I mean, that,
And then got in on the tackle. Lumpy Vogel would be happy with that.
yeah. All right, we'll see what we got. We'll see. We still got Drew must have made an impression on him because he's back in start second half. Him and Kemp and McKee, but they just got to come. I mean, they can't let. He's too good of a quarterback to sit back there and let. That's a fumble, isn't it?
No, they're
That's a
calling
forward
it.
pass.
Well, he was a yard off the line of scrimmage, or 2 yards off the line of scrimmage, but the quarterback, remember, is about eight
That's
yards
true.
deep.
That's true. You're right. That could have been a big play there.
Steve, I got to say that Redbird looks nice up on the roof tonight, doesn't it?
I don't know. I think it needs to be redone. Could always get better.
Nope, it looks good. All right, and they are in their big offensive linemen
Second and 10.
spread out wide on both sides. There we go, that quick.
There you
Yeah.
go. It's a way to come apart.
Yes.
Yes.
79 couldn't get the block, but Joey
Joey
Wisely.
Wisely played that great. See, he got up. He just got up right in behind that big. That's what you got to do with a lineman that big. You can't. There's no way that you're going to take the block on. Get in behind him.
I just love how these teams come out with all these newfangled offenses that you're not really sure how that's going to work.
Right.
And, Metamora kind of, not sure how they're going to defend it, and maybe struggles a little bit at first, but by halftime, it seems like everything's worked out.
I'll tell you what. And here comes Bieneman, and Dane's coming in. And Bieneman's got him.
There you go.
Oh, that's just great.
Great play by McKee.
McKee,
Bieneman just crashed in like that, and it freed McKee. And Dane Kemp had great pressure on that, and so did Drew. Drew come out, and Cockrell's coming in. Now we're fourth down. Let's see what Burt can do here. We need a nice return again. Should have great field position again to start this second half. 11 something. We're going to have to get Kurt to move the scoreboard a little bit so we can see.
Burke had 1 carry
Nice
for 12
punt,
yards.
Nice punt.
oh, there's a face mask. They're going to call a face
Yeah.
mask on
Yeah,
that.
he pulled him down big time. You can't do that. That was a great catch, too. So that's going to get us starting like we did that last drive, we're going to be close to the 30-yard line, maybe the 25.
Well,
depending on if they call it incidental.
I got to believe he hung on to that ball and he twisted him around, so that's got to be.
Well, if that's the case, did they say it? If it?
I didn't see. I just saw the face mask.
It's got to be a major face mask
So
penalty.
yeah.
The way he jerked him around.
Did you notice how he didn't come down either? He kept driving.
Yeah.
You know, a guy 220 pounds trying to pull him down.
They only called that a 5-yard face mask
Wow.
penalty. Wow.
All right, so now we got a new quarterback in,
Bo Geyer.
Bo Geyer, and he might have the luxury of just handing it off here.
He's had one play and one touchdown. That's a great percentage.
Go, Burke.
Burke
Go, Burke.
again. There
There
you
we
go.
go.
There you
There it
go,
goes.
baby.
2 plays, 2 touchdowns.
To the house.
All right.
Bo Geyer's had 2 plays, 2 touchdowns.
The Redbirds stepped their game up.
Hayden's going to be able to go home early now and go to bed. You won't have to worry about him coming back. Hayden's got his big freshman game tomorrow.
Two quick scores. You ready to get on?
Well, the last 2 times Metamora's touched the ball, they've scored.
In one play.
That makes the score 34-12. Van Meegen in for the near automatic extra point.
I've seen Brendan Van Meegen out here all summer long with his family kicking. Don't want to jinx him, but
On
he's
Sunday
near perfect.
morning, you hear the
Yep.
boof. He's
Mom
out
and
there.
Dad out there shagging the balls.
And he's got a younger brother that's an 8th grader that's playing JFL this year that's going to try to kick. He's been going to camps with him. So,
Boy, that offensive line has really answered some critics tonight, haven't they?
yeah. Yeah, because this isn't a little team. Riverside came down to play, though. I mean, they got. Sounds like you're a baseball game somewhere. Thought I heard it. Is that the Cardinal game or the Cub game? Or
It's a
what?
White Sox.
Yankees. Okay. Well, Steve will be happy the Cubs won.
So Riverside will get their second possession here in the second half, and our defense will have to go back out. We almost scored too quick.
That's all right. He, Derek Lender's been doing a great job of rotating. Them D-line, I mean, you're not going to be able to just keep 2 guys in the whole game. See what we got here. Maybe we get this crowd in the game a little bit more. They're kind of quiet tonight.
It's odd. They haven't done
There
it
it
yet.
is. That's-
When they're going to. See, Scott, he kicks deep when he's kicking to the south like that because it's downhill and he's a right-footed kicker.
Yeah.
So clearly he's going to kick deeper going south.
Clearly.
Clearly.
You know anything about kicking?
I just know Sam Diddle used to kick with a cowboy boot.
Well, and plus he didn't know what his dominant foot was either.
No.
Yeah, he had a boot for each foot.
Yeah. Looked a little goofy, but
All right, we've got Tracy's in now. Give Drew a break. And Kemp and McKee. Sure glad to see McKee back because they're going to get him. Oh, they just hit him. He's opening the flat.
Yeah.
But you know, that's a
That's
eight,
too
9
much,
yards.
That's too much yardage, man. You're way too soft on coverage.
you notice what they've done? They've almost had like a spy that stays back. He does. They get the big push from the outside, and they're forcing him up the middle where we have a spy there.
Right.
And he's taking a hit on just about every play.
Yeah, we're getting to him.
I'll tell you, he's the best quarterback I've seen since Austin Fisher from Washington.
He's
2 years ago.
he's a very good quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's the second play in a row that Joey Wisely dropped the hips and waited. And he can't draw it up anymore.
No, he did an outstanding job. He had a guy out there trying to block him, too. make it a 2nd and 16 for Riverside.
And we got Garber in, Jesse McKinney, and Love. Love's dropping back this time. Nice play by Berg.
Yeah,
That was a great play.
Solid.
You know, I'll give him that 6-yard play. Now it makes it 3rd and 10.
Yep. What up, Sarge? What's happening?
3rd and 10. You know, Dave and Steve, they're going to have to start taking some shots downfield. They really haven't gone downfield. They've attacked.
I'd like to see something down and see what they do. They're 1 touchdown he threw downfield.
That's true. That's true.
Otherwise they haven't went back to it.
No.
But
They
that
always
was
seem
when we
like-
weren't putting any pressure on him either, though, Scott. He knows that they're coming. Here comes Levy again. And then he backs off. Levy, by coming up the line of scrimmage like that, made the offensive line move. So that puts it back at 3rd and 15.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, we were offsides. They signaled that we were.
That number 79 moved back.
We must have gone across first.
That brings it a lot easier because that was 3rd and 10. Now we're 3rd and 5. So
Well, I don't think that really is a big difference in their offense when you stop and think about it, though, because they're still going to run the same kind of play.
as far as punt wise, though, that might be something they might go for. I know Kurt probably wouldn't, right, Scott?
No. They got too many men downfield. They got men downfield.
Yeah, that's got to be too many men downfield. I mean, 75 and 79 both were on the 40.
But Beaneman got to the quarterback again.
Yeah. That's got to be a legal man downfield. Yep.
And that's the call.
What's that?
Now, they had a guy, they threw a ball downfield.
That coach is out on the field, he's mad. And I don't understand what his point is because 75 and 79 cannot be on a downfield.
They
What
can
is
go
he- what
3
is
yards either side of the ball, but they can't be.
I don't know what he's upset about because it's a no-brainer here.
So that makes it a 3rd and 10. To this point, Pat Ryan's got to be awfully excited about these Metamora Redbirds, both offensively
Yeah.
and defensively, because they've been challenged.
Yep. Well, we got a ways to go too. This is going to be a. Here comes Garber. Here comes Garber. There's a long pass.
That's way overthrown.
But see, look at that pressure. What that pressure does, Scott. Earlier in the game we weren't, and that's why they were completing so much. And all it took was just a little bit of adjusting. And Garber's a pretty fast kid. So that's what I mean. That's why I was talking about having running backs come up and make some plays on there.
That'll bring up a 4th and 10 where Riverside will have to punt again. Now, can Bogar guide us down for another touchdown in one play again?
Might as well. All he's got to do is just keep handing off. He'll
35-12. They're going for it.
No good.
And that'll give Metamora the
First
ball
down on the 31.
on the 31-yard line. Wow.
It's very possible that Geyer might have one more handoff for touchdown on this. They're going to have to get somebody in for Garber because he's been chasing that quarterback. He's going to at least need a drink unless he... Pat's getting him fired up. I know what he's saying. This is not over, guys. And Ryan Otto was working with them O-line the whole time we were on defense. So we're ready to rock. Let's see what we got here. We're going to just be doing a...
Geyer with a
Geyer
keeper. It
kept
picks
it
up
with
about a
3
yard.
yards. 2 yards there, 1 yard. Hopefully we eat some clock up a little bit here to get the.
So he's played 3 plays and has 2 touchdowns.
Okay, now we're in tight out of the shotgun. We're going to throw.
Verboni with a nice
Verboni.
play. What a way to start your varsity career. He gets a bullet from Geyer.
Yeah. And you notice how Geyer just stepped up in the pocket, completed it.
Wow. That's a nice big target.
That's only a sophomore there.
Brony goes 6'3", 205, sophomore tight end linebacker. That's awful nice to see.
Big pull.
He's keeping. He had a nice hole.
Limkeman had a tremendous block
Yes,
to
he
kick
did.
him out so he could slide in
Yeah.
underneath.
I was just getting ready to say, number 60, Lankerman. 6'4", 210.
Pick up of 9. Nice drive.
This is a little better for the defense. They can catch their breath just for a
Yeah.
couple minutes because this is 2 minutes already have went by. So the last 2 times it was 12 seconds, 10 seconds, and score. And look at that. He's still
Bo
driving.
Geyer.
Scrum moving forward.
They're helping him in the end zone.
Touchdown, Metamora!
Touchdown! No.
Oh, my
Those
God.
offensive linemen were in that
Yes.
scrum and
that
just
was
kept
like a
pushing
rugby
forward.
play there, wasn't it?
There was 22 bodies in that scrum. Wow. That's one way to get across.
Wow.
There's some big bodies in white jerseys out there getting moved
I would
backwards.
say.
Yep. Was that Aaron Peters or was that Bo Geyer?
That was Bo Geyer.
Geyer.
I thought
Yeah.
it was Bo Geyer. That makes it 41-12. Waiting for Mr. Van Meegem.
The kick is good.
42-12.
We thought we were going to be in for a barn burner, and it sure did look
Yeah.
that way in the first quarter. But you were right, Dave.
You got to put that pressure on that quarterback. I'm telling you that, and that's what, you know.
7-17
That's why it's a
left in the
four-quarter
third.
game. In the first quarter, you know, we had no clue what they were going to do on that all summer long. I mean, neither did sophomores, and tomorrow the freshmen, we're not going to know. We're hoping they run what the sophomores ran, but you just don't know. But they're going to be in for a surprise what our freshmen know how to run. So 'cause we run quite a bit of plays.
Really impressed with that Metamora offensive line, though.
Yep,
Because that,
it's called reload.
yeah, yeah.
And we're ready for the
Oh, boy.
7 minutes, 17 seconds, third quarter.
2 more touchdowns, and,
And we'll be running clock, huh?
yeah, then you can get to bed by midnight.
You know, that number 2, he looks like he could be a running back. That's why
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised that they don't use him, but he looks a lot bigger than 160 pounds.
Back with the Bulldogs, number 31, Juan Gomez-Melez. And number 47, Luke Hance.
Yeah, he's fast.
Good little runner. I think
Yep.
they could use him as a running back.
Lambiaz with the tackle. Nice job.
Yes, he did. He stayed right with him. All right, let's see who we're going to bring out there.
4 plays covering 30 yards.
Drew Cullett's back out there.
Bo Geyer with a 7-yard
Cockrell.
to Peter.
And, of course, Dane again. And then we got,
Dane Kemp's done a nice job.
Yes,
This is
he
first
has.
year at nose guard,
been running back before that.
linebacker. Moved him to nose guard. Worked hard over the winter. Had to find a place for him.
Yeah. And he also turned out to be the captain, too. So, all right, we're going to have to, Lovey's acting like he's coming up, and he is. Here comes Drew, and there he comes. They completed it this time, and we're nice open field tackle by Kenny.
He catches that so far in the backfield, he runs forever to get 2 yards.
Exactly. You're exactly right on that.
Our defense is going to be completely wore out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, they are going to be, when you chase that quarterback play, number 67, Sadowski's coming in, Miles Sadowski. He's a senior. I think Dane just got a cramp. He just started hobbling, grabbing his calf.
2nd and 7
6 minutes to go here.
on the Bulldog 29.
Nice pass. He's just got, you can't ask him, he can't have better coverage than that. Burke is
That's
just
good coverage.
stride for stride with him.
Slater, the intended receivers, broken up by Metamora's Dan Burke.
Preston Butner's coming in. Sadowski only got to play one play for some reason, and here comes, and he put a little pressure on, so they're gonna need guys coming in and out, in and out, in and out. Burke's coming out for a little breather, so
It looks like probably Sean McKee's going to have this series off. He's standing on the sidelines. Oh, it's a fumble.
That's
And it
fumble.
looks like
Metamora-
Metamora got it. Metamora
Yep.
got it.
That's got it.
Dan Burke again, I believe, on the tackle.
I'll tell you. No, that was Jesse Mishler.
Jesse
Dan
Mishler,
Burke
yes.
just came off the
Yeah,
field.
yeah, it's Jesse Mishler.
Captain Jesse Mishler.
Jesse Mitchell on the fumble recovery. Ball knocked out by number 9, Brandon Lamias.
Lambias just came in for Burke.
You know, Lambias has had a nice little game on
Yeah.
special teams, and
Yeah. Oh, he got some wheels. All right, let's see what Geyer's going to do now as he comes in. Have a nice little 3-4 minute drive to eat up some clock.
we got some second-team linemen in there now.
Yep. Well, Wayman's coming in and Grant Whittington's in there. We're missing a number 28. Pat's not very happy. Colton Willett. All right, we'll get a list here. Zach Swartz is in, number 50. 54 is Tassif. He's a junior, 6'2", 215. 45 is
Jones, Andrew Jones.
Andrew Jones, and he's a pretty big boy.
I didn't
He's
realize.
6'2",
I
210.
didn't realize that Devin Tassif was 6'2", 215.
I didn't either. He doesn't look that. I knew he's tall.
You know what's going to be nice? In 2 weeks, we're going to get even deeper because Tyler Birch will be back in the fold.
Yeah. And he's our biggest O-line. He's 260 pound, 250, actually probably about 250. And unfortunately, he had the foot problem that he had to have surgery with him during the off season, and he's worked his tail off to get back into this. Be nice to see us get a nice drive here. Grant Whittington might get a carry. There he goes. There he goes. That's a good run. He got a nice 5-yard gain out of that.
Real nice play.
That kid's really worked his butt off.
Brought down by number 47, Louis Dietz.
He started out about 110 pounds as a freshman, and he's 175 now. And
50, Zach Swords. 53,
54,
Devin Hassett.
now they got him at 185, but he's worked really hard in that weight room.
Hildebrand, 77, Curtis.
Benching over 275, and we're gonna get some other kids get some carries here. Got a little confusion going on here. They'll get it down, but that's gonna eat the clock up too. So there goes
Zach
Garber.
Garber.
That Garber, and he is about a yard short of the first, yard and a half short of first down. So bring up 3rd down and 2. Zach Garber's another one that has really worked hard in the offseason. He's about 200 pounds, and he brings a load.
Yeah,
when
he does. And he's had a great game tonight.
Yes. Well, they brought him in and had him rushing that quarterback there, and he's pretty quick, that quarterback. That's all. That was the problem right at the beginning, is we couldn't get any pressure. We weren't putting any. I shouldn't say we couldn't. We weren't.
We just had to figure out how to do it.
We were figuring out what was going on, and they don't work all summer for nothing. We might be a delay of game here.
Yep.
Flag on the field.
4:49 left in the 3rd. Birds up 42-12.
5-yard penalty.
That'll make it a 3rd and a long 7.
Yeah.
Puts the ball on the 32.
4 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. We got a whole 4th quarter to go, boys.
All right. I wasn't going to be able to sleep tonight anyway.
Yeah. Just go from the booth to the car to Riverside.
Nice catch by Garber. First down.
Wow.
First down.
Did you see Bogeyer sit in that pocket,
Yes.
step up, get some room, and then fire a BB to Zach Garber?
Yeah. They did a, them summer passing camps. They worked their butt off on that.
Ball on the play. Ball on the 20-yard line. Good for a Metamora.
And of course, instead of letting Fay take all the snaps, they split them up. So tonight it's coming back to help us out quite a bit.
Yeah, you give reps to your backups. That way when you need them, they're there and they can perform.
Okay, there's Ferguson. Ferguson got him a nice little carry. He got about 3 yards.
Jake Ferguson on the carry.
He's a junior.
Brought down by Alex Zebulon.
He's kind of a thick little kid. He's a short guy. Hits that hole hard. Number 17's coming in the ball game. Landon Wernsman. He's going to be lined out wide right. Grant Whittington's right next to him in the slot. Now that play didn't work too well that time.
Jake Ferguson on the carry.
And of course, Riverside hasn't rotated anybody out yet, so our second string is going against their first string. But that's always good for next year also. So
Yeah.
number 37's coming into the ball game. Slyman, Chris Slyman. He's a junior, 5'8", 170.
Ferguson with the carry.
I bet he's going to kick field goal here, maybe. Field goal, yep. What we got? We are on the 15, 14 and a half.
Say the 15, just for 15.
So
that'd
we're
be a
gonna-
32-yard field goal.
32-yarder. This would be real good practice right here. Next week we might be needing some field goals.
I don't think so.
You just never know.
I think it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot like this game.
He's going to set it up right about the 20.
Should be a 30. It's only going to be about a 30-yard field goal. And
That's
it's good.
He's
Perfect. Right down the center.
He is good.
Chip shot.
That was real nice. The second team O marched down and got him a field goal against the first string. So that's and I think if I was Riverside's coach, I would start rotating some guys in so they can get better for next year. But like I've said several different times over all last year, they don't do it. They leave them in until the end of the game, and then their juniors don't get any experience. So
Well, Washington did that, and
Yep.
and then they paid for it because the next 2 years they had a quarterback that couldn't really run the offense for them.
everybody does it. I don't understand, except for us. But Pat has a little different philosophy. He knows those kids work. and he's going to get them in whenever he can. So
That's about the only way you can pay him back. But most coaches in the area are nearsighted. They don't look to the future like that. They want to get their first team better each week, and putting them up against our second string, I guess, gets them better somehow.
I don't know how. Well, although a lot of our second string would start in other schools. So
Absolutely.
all right, we got 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. And that was pretty good job on our second team line to come in, and I think the first team they answered a lot of questions tonight. We may not be quite as big as what we've been in the past, but they're getting off the ball tonight, and
Boy,
that's
they sure
all
did.
our backs. They just need, get in their way. Another kick to the 5. He's fumbling it.
Wow.
He's going to get
2 in a
killed
row.
right there. Oh, he
Oh,
made a
he's
nice
making
spin.
a miss. He's making Redbirds miss now, Dave.
Yeah, we had quite a few misses there. We had him back on the 15. But
That kid needs to carry the ball on offense.
I can't believe he's not running back.
He runs like Herbie Raff.
You changing?
What? Change the tape?
You wonder why they just don't put him in the backfield, at least now and then, just to keep teams honest.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine if we had those 2 tackles.
They wasted them.
And they waste them by putting them out in the slot. And we got Drew. He made a nice spin move. And here comes Levy. Boom. Crushed him. Levy is so quick, Brian Love. And he's only a junior.
He and
Him
Beaneman.
and Beaneman are 2 juniors, and excuse me. We got 2 junior linebackers, and they're both going to get a lot of experience this year for next year.
Washington thinks they're going to exploit that by running up the middle on us.
Yeah.
They play a lot of linemen both ways.
Yes, they do. That number 82 is a pretty good wide receiver that
Yeah,
he got.
he is.
He's 6'1", 175. He's got some possibilities of playing some college, maybe some smaller schools, but he's got some nice hands. He's not afraid to get hit. And Lambie is in for Burke now, so I don't know if maybe they're just giving Burke a rest, so he's all fresh for next week. But
almost picked off.
That was almost once
by
again.
Brett
That was
McKinney.
Love making the pressure. Him and Drew are getting in there, and kind of looks like Drew and Cullett and Cockrell and Dane. That looks like a pretty good group right now. They're putting a lot of pressure on, and then you keep bringing Levy up or Beaneman. And we got Fraboni's in there now. I think he came in for Beaneman. 1 minute. And problem with these incomplete passes, it stops the clock. And there comes Love. Oh, missed him.
Oh, clear miss.
Great pressure though.
Oh, Brett McKinney, though.
He slammed him down. But you know what? We'll take that. Love coming up, getting a hold of him, making him throw. They lost 2 yards on the play. The thing is, Scott, every time, we play a team and they have some success right at the beginning, they don't know how to do anything after that.
Yeah, Steve, we've talked about this in the past.
We adjust, and then they...
Oh, yeah, constantly.
We've had, a lot of teams have had, their only touchdown came on their first or second drives.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it happens.
Possessions.
Happens often.
Got Jesse and Kenny back. There comes Love. They're doing a screen. Jesse,
43
we
seconds.
kind of bid on that one because when they don't block it all.
Metamora
Offsides,
lined
Metamora.
up.
Well, that's that kind of comes from having to come play after play after play. They, you know, most of the time when you play a team, you're not blitzing every play. I mean, real similar to what a lot of teams do to us in JFL. Nice hit by Kenny. They got a first down now.
Pass complete, number 33.
4 seconds in the quarter.
Brought down by Metamora's David Kenny.
So that'll be the end of the third quarter. Metamora. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Metamora up 45-12. Take this time now to thank our sponsors, Mason Funeral Home in Metamora and in Germantown Hills, Metamora IGA, PA Atherton Construction, Metamora Redbird Express Mart, Jubilee Foods in Germantown, the Flame Family Restaurant. The Flame Family Restaurant in Metamora, Central Illinois Kids TV, Sunbelt Rentals in East Peoria and Bloomington.
Also stop in and see the game in Corey's Bar and Grill in Germantown Hills, Dilly's Car Hop in Metamora, Aztequita Restaurant on the Square in Metamora, Heartland Bank, Metamora and Germantown, Scoreboard Bar and Grill right on Route 116 in Metamora, Michael's Italian Feast, Germantown and Washington, McDonald's in Metamora, Greg Harmon Insurance, State Farm, Germantown Hills.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Riverside. Oh, nice play by Brett McKinney, knocking the ball away.
All right.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 10. 2nd and 10, excuse me. 2nd and 10 for Riverside.
11 seconds in the quarter.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Great pressure by Drew. Drew's getting in there.
Incomplete, intended for Mark McDonald.
And they got Cockrell and they got
We have our
Butner coming in there. I mean, Coach Lender's doing a great job of rotating them in. Lovey's going to be tired boy tomorrow, and so's
I think the whole defense is.
Yeah.
They've been chasing a lot of guys.
Lovey's blitz probably more than anybody, except for the D line. I mean, as far as backer, and Beaneman they took out, and they're letting Faboni get huge varsity experience at linebacker.
3rd and 10.
He's wide open.
Oh, what a throw and a catch, right over his shoulder.
Yep.
It was well defended. That ball was just put right there on the money.
Too little, too late.
Oh, we got another quarter to go. Though.
Just over 11 minutes left in the game.
11:47.
We need to get a drive going and.
Pretty successful night for the Metamora football program. 38-7 win for the Southmores. Very impressive. Avenged that loss that they had last year.
Yeah, they're going for 2 here. Wide open. Makes it 45-20 with 11:47 in the fourth quarter.
11 minutes and 47 seconds left in the game. Makes the score Metamora 45, Riverside-Brookfield 20.
And tomorrow we're going up to Riverside in the early morning to watch the freshmen play. So it's already 10 o'clock and we're just in the beginning of the fourth quarter. So it's going to be a long evening there. And Dane Kemp's still hobbling around there. I think he's still got cramps. Might be a good idea to get him out of there and put a sophomore or junior in, because we're definitely going to need Dane next week.
Lambius and Alberson back at the goal line to receive the kick.
We still got our hands team here in the front because the way they in the past have onside kicked all the time. And
Well, the one thing that's good is Michael Fay's still on the sidelines. If it would be a serious injury, I think he'd be going to the hospital to be looked at. I can't see who that player was, but it was a good job to go over there and recover that.
that was Garber.
Was it Garber?
The
Yeah, it
bucket.
was.
Yeah.
So they found a hole.
Ball down to the 19-yard line. Riverside-Brookfield scoring drive, 8 plays, covering 71 yards.
71 yards.
2 minutes and 31 seconds.
He's got number 83 in.
Jake Ferguson on the carry.
They got their starter still in. I mean, we're down to our third string.
Well, it's only 45 to 20.
Number 93 was just in the ball game. Jeremiah Hillsman. Grant Whittington's coming in the ball game.
We need to put together a little drive and kill some time here.
Yeah. I mean, they're just coming. I mean, and they're just blitzing everybody, and they're big. I mean,
Falls on the snap.
other thing, I mean, we can't afford a Geyer to get crushed on a late hit or something because we're just letting them come in either.
Loss of 5 on the play brings up 3rd down and
That was a bobbled snap on that play. Got to hurry up. We're going to get delay game called here.
Still got time. Still got time. Hasn't even started
He's gonna
counting
throw.
yet.
Well,
That'll bring up a
5-yard pass, and now we're going to have to punt. Number 17,
Landon Wernsman.
Landon Warnsman caught that. Here comes the punt team. Nine minutes to go. There's still a lot of time left in this game. As they scored a minute and a half, so it's that was real important. That was to get a couple first downs, eat up some clock, and we didn't
Well,
even get 5 yards. So
Hopefully Geyer can punt because Michael Fay was our punter.
yeah, it sure looks like he can punt. He made him fair catch it, so that's a good sign. Good sign there.
Nice punt.
I think he punted last year, but
Well, they
then
punted once.
I think we punted once or twice the whole season. So
We came back out with our starting defense, so that's
step Lambies.
yeah.
We got Lambies and Alberson out there at corners. He's going again. That safety has got to come up. I mean, he's just running down the sideline. He has no help. He's stride for stride with them. They're going to, Brandon Freeberg's in the ball game now, number 7, and number, looks like 19. Ethan Volts, he's a junior also. Looks like Bieneman's back in the ball game. There we go. There we go. That.
Oh, Bieneman! Oh my
Bieneman just
God!
crushed him. See, when they don't block you, you just got it's a discipline thing. You've got to stop because that's what you got to do to teams that are coming.
Yep. They did a nice job of sniffing that one out.
8:50 some. This will be a big stop here if we can hold them there. We got, looks like Sadowski and Cockrell and Drew are coming in. Let's see, is he going to pass or is he going to go for it?
Well, I think they got to go for it. I mean, they're not going to get any. They're down 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Actually, they're down 4 touchdowns. It's a 25-point lead.
Yep.
But there's 8:41 left to go in the game, and they're on the Metamora or their own 45-yard line.
First down.
Oh, nice.
First down. He just.
Ooh.
Got Faboni in there at backer and Bieneman and Wisely. I think he's open again wide.
Yep.
Oh,
and he dropped it.
We got very lucky there. Very lucky. That would have been 6.
8:17 left to go.
They want McKinney to get back in there.
McKinney's had an awfully good game.
Lambius has struggled the last couple series here, and they're burning him. McKinney had a pretty good game. We're not getting any pressure on him this series.
They're behind him.
And he may be getting tired. I bet he's had to have thrown close to 45 passes.
He's like a pitcher. He's thrown.
Yeah.
He might have to go home and ice his arm.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Faye just goes home and ices his head.
Third down and 10, and I'm sure we need some pressure on them this time. They're sending everybody. Here we go, Drew. Oh, he is shifty.
He's got moves. Look at that. He's mobile.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Just under 8 minutes left to go in the game.
And that's kind of the D line there. They let him down on that drive there. They could have sacked him for a loss, and instead they missed 3 tackles, and he got out in the open field and made 2 more miss. So I'm just, they're.
I don't think we're going to play another team this year that has, at least in the regular season, that has shifty runners like these guys are. You won't see it next week because that'll be played in the phone booth.
Yeah. Drew had a sack. Should have had him. Let him miss him. No, he made him miss it. That's a good play by him. See, that's something McKinney does that, he's grabbing him and ramming him as he's trying to throw it down. So Jones is coming in for Cockrell.
He's got to be getting tired.
Yeah, he's been coming and coming and coming. Pat's talking to him, letting him know what he would like him to do when he goes back in the next time. That's what they're doing constantly, though. They're going over what the guys need to keep working on.
Nice to see David Tracy. You know, he's been injured for most of this preseason. He had some reps tonight.
They're going to need him next week, so I'm glad to see that. Wow, wide open. First down.
Pass complete, Mark McDonough. Run down by number 19, Ethan Bowles for Metamora.
See, we still got a lot of football left, 7 minutes, and they score fast.
7:45. They've actually had the ball for quite a while here.
Yeah, they got it with 9, so, and they've marched roughly 40 yards already. First and 10. And that was an incomplete pass.
They'll bring it a 2nd and 10 with just 7:22 left to go. So they're going to get home about 2 o'clock in the morning, aren't they?
Need to get some pressure this time. He's wide open. You got to pick.
Touchdown, Riverside. Touchdown pass. Matt Tenahan from Billy Metamora.
Well, for 3.5 quarters, Pat Ryan had to be pretty happy with his team's effort. But
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with this because this is they've gave up a lot. And if anybody has to come in on second team for somebody hurt, that gets hurt.
Threw it into the dirt.
Threw it in the dirt.
Incomplete,
So
but it's still
45, 26.
3 touchdown
Look
or
for
3
an onside
possession.
kick on this.
Yeah.
It's the first time since I remember us playing them that they didn't onside kick yet.
Metamora 45, Riverside-Brookfield 26.
Well, you got
we-
Burke back out there, and we have
I don't look for them to kick it deep, do you?
no. They're going to onside kick. Kyle Alverson's deep for Metamora. Burke's in the middle, and then we got a good hands team up front.
Good to have old Bob Slimmer back, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. We got blessed.
Yes.
Now, if you're them, where would you kick it?
They did great on that last one.
I would kick it straight up in the air and have it try to come down about the 25-yard line because we got nobody there.
Well, they executed that last one pretty good. Garber just made a great play and went over and got over there and got it. 'Cause otherwise, they would have got it.
Oh, nice play by Jones to fair catch it.
Yeah.
A lot of high school kids don't know you can do that.
Yeah. need to get a couple first downs here, and they still got all their starters in.
We're running out some, well, it's all second teamers for Metamora. Second and third teamers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lane Metrofelt's coming in 6'4", 315. We was hoping he can get some reps and nerves.
That's it for me. I gotta go get Sammy.
Your place or the parking lot? Your place or the parking lot? I'll stop by your.
Ooh. All right, we got second down and
2nd and 8 for Metamora.
we need to get a first down. Need to move the clock a little bit.
Nice job.
I think he
For
might have
Nick.
got it. Yeah, they gave us first down. No, we needed that.
Jake Ferguson on the carry. Nice hard run.
Yeah, that was a good run on that. And it moves the clock here.
Well, it keeps it going.
6:06 and Grant Whittington's in at wing. I tell you what, those snaps are very low to the ground. We're getting lucky on.
Ferguson on the carry for Metamora.
So I'm making it a 2nd and
10.
2nd and 10. That was
Yeah,
was that Ferguson again on the carry?
Yeah.
Short gain on the play brings up 2nd and 9.
Nothing again. We're going to have to do something different.
That'll make it a 3rd and about 8. Under 5 minutes now. 4:50. I'll make it a 3rd and 9.
No gain. 3rd down and 9.
Brad James is going in the ball game, and Jones. Grant Whittington's coming out of the game. Chris Slyman's coming in. He's out wide right over here. I do.
Jake Ferguson on the carry.
No gain again.
Timeout called by Riverside-Brookfield.
We got quite a bit of plays. I was hoping we'd run something a little different, and just right up the middle. I mean, that's a big defensive lineman that is going to punting situation, give them the football back again. One more first down would have really helped out a lot.
Yeah, that pretty much iced
Running
it.
3 plays in a row right up the middle, though, with, I mean, look at that. That's 600 pounds there in the middle.
Oh yeah.
And our first string didn't run up the middle like that. So 66, he's 6'3", 325. And what's that number, 86? Number 86. All right, we're in a punting situation here.
4:09 left to go.
We are having a heck of a time.
That's a nice play by Geyer. Just a great play by Geyer to catch the ball and get a.
Flag on the field. Ball down to the 27-yard line. Illegal procedure to call against Metamora.
Metamora coaching staff is not happy right now.
No, Pat put second string in, and been a lot of mistakes made here. Penalties declines. It'll be first down on the 28.
Well, they didn't want to waste any more time.
Yeah. We got 350 some, 359, so we basically got 4 minutes to go. Metamora has called a timeout. Okay.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Riverside from their own 27-yard line.
He's wide open. And
No, and he dropped it.
Pass incomplete, intended for Matt Pennefield.
They've had a lot of drops tonight, Scott.
Yeah, they've caught some tough balls too. That's what's been kind of.
Austin Ford's coming in the ball game. Drew Cullett's coming out. Sending a fresh guy in to come in, maybe chase the. Tyler White is in there. Well, I think it's a little Whitey. Send him in to come in and chase that quarterback around a little bit.
Verboni was step for step with him.
Yeah. That number 82 is a good wide receiver. He's a pretty good player. He's going to have a lot of catches this year. I bet he's got at least 8 tonight against us.
Yeah.
Brings up 3rd down and 10 for Riverside.
3:48. Boy, they don't take a lot of time off the clock, do they?
Oh, well, incomplete pass, and then they complete one, and then they'll get a first down, and there's only 10 seconds went off the clock. We're at 3. There we bid on it again.
Now, you got to tell me something, Dave. Their number 79 went downfield, start blocking before the pass was thrown. Isn't that illegal?
It's supposed to be. I wasn't watching him on that play, but
3:38 left to go.
there was a clip.
There's a clip. They got it.
Number 7, Brandon Freeberg, just kind of found out what it was like to try to tackle on the varsity level.
Yep.
They'll definitely take that penalty because that'll move them back. It should be 15.
I think that's a 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty. I'll move us back to the 48. No, 46. Forty-six and a half, Scott.
Brings the ball back to the Riverside 46-yard line.
We're gonna get. There he goes again. First down again.
Basket, please, for the Varsity.
Played well.
Brought down by Ethan Cole for Metamora.
Hey, say you're going to be okay? Say you're going to be okay? Yeah, clocked.
That was a good hit.
First down for Riverside. They got the ball down to the 30-yard line of Metamora with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go.
Thanks to you. Okay, they got second down and 10 from the 30. .3:15 to go. Okay, who? Let's see, that's number 87 is in the ball game now. He's Elliot Blankenship, junior, tight end, linebacker.
Really,
He's got a lot of kids getting in here at the end.
you know, he's been playing a lot of kids the second half. You know, had he left the pedal to the metal early on, I think we might have gotten that 40-point win. You know, I think they played, 2 series of downs, and both of them were touchdowns to start the second half. Went up 45 to 12, and well, the field goal was, the second team got that.
Right. All right, third down and 10. We need a big play here. Wide open and over the middle. It's number 37. Chris Slyman's coming in the ball game.
Brought down by Brandon.
I'll give him first down on the 4-yard line. Still got 3 minutes to go.
For the Bulldogs.
They're telling them to start the clock, and they're not. Touchdown again.
Touchdown, Riverside. No. That's complete to number 2. That's Tyler Radick.
Just under 3 minutes left to go.
This is why we started in the middle of the third quarter, rotating in, and they didn't, and that's why they've scored so many. It was way out of reach, and now it's going to look like it was an awful close game. And they're going to, you know, they could possibly get the ball back again and score again. That only took them a minute and a half, Scott. They had 4-something when they got the ball.
Yep.
And they're going against our third string now, so.
good by Riverside, Pat Kenahan. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game. Metamora 45, Riverside 33.
Not sure why they went for one there.
Yeah. And they're going to pooch kick it again like they did last time over to the right. That looks like the play they must be working on in the off and during the
Riverside scoring drive, 9 plays, covering 72 yards, 1 minute and 3 seconds.
1 minute, 3 seconds. If we don't get a first down, they get the ball back and cut the lead to less than 5, Scott. I think it.
Kyle Albertson back in for Metamora.
Sean McKee hasn't seen the field since, what, midway through the third quarter?
Yeah.
But, you know, what it boils down to, Dave, is we're getting a lot of guys, a lot of reps.
Yep, it sure
and
does.
somewhere along the line, we may need those guys, you know, and we don't miss a beat when somebody gets hurt. These teams, one guy goes down, and even though they've got 40 guys on the sidelines, they seem to be done.
Yeah. They got it. They did get the flag out.
Metamora got it. Metamora got it. Is that Dane Kemp on the recovery? So they're going to give Metamora the ball, I think.
Illegal touch before the 10-yard mandatory kick. Called on Brookfield.
They're going to start in Riverside territory. There's 2 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in the ball game.
First and 10 for the Redbirds.
There's Grant. There's Grant. Look at that. That was a great run right there. He got 6 yards. Running off tackle.
Nice play. Nice play.
Yep.
Be nice to see them.
Good luck to you guys rest of the season.
Be nice to see them pick up a couple first downs and milk this clock.
We're not going to be able to run right at center, right at nose. We're going to have to get outside. That was a nice run by Grant. He ran hard there. They're coming. There goes Grant again. Cuts it. There he goes. Great run, Grant. Great run.
Nice job. Nice
run.
job.
They needed that really bad.
Yeah.
For Metamora behind the block of number 70, that's Eric Ford.
Eric Ford with a nice block. And
Brandon Cook on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
that's good to see Grant, all the hard work he's done over the years.
Good for Metamora. First down.
He's one of their stronger kids in the backfield on the weightlifting. I'd hand him the ball again because he's that play is definitely there because they're just so big up front. There he goes again. There he goes again. There he goes again. That
Oh,
away,
nice
Grant.
job. Nice job.
Good run. Good run. That's what they needed right there.
I say you get him in there and let him punch it in.
They may be trying to punch him in there. That's
Riverside takes a timeout.
oh, are you kidding
You
me?
got to be kidding me.
They got a 9-hour drive back, and they're telling timeout with a minute something. And they have not rotated anybody in on defense
No.
or offense.
Nope.
Let's see, we are on the 16. And Grant's got about 20 yards here in the last 3 carries, Scott. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think at Corey's they're going to have to keep the cafeteria open longer, huh?
Yeah, a little bit later.
This wall you can't see.
No.
Come on, Grant. Let's. Old linesman open up some nice holes for him, and he hits it.
There goes Bo. God, look at that hole. Oh, my God.
There we go. And that was set up by Grant's hard running there.
Yep.
That hole was humongous because they were trying to stop Grant that time, and he read it.
You know, this game's going to look like it's a lot closer than it really was.
Yeah. And what that shows, though, Scott, is those juniors and sophomores are getting in there, how hard they got to work to start
Right.
next year. So that's
Now, the guy comes across the line of scrimmage and goes back. That's got to be offsides. How can you not call that? I mean, the guy comes across the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And they just want to get out of there?
Well, yeah.
I mean, you know, I guess it doesn't really mean anything, but still, you know, to me, they've been calling everything else.
All right, 1:34 to go in this ball game here. And next week we go to the Panther Den. And I don't think it's going to take a whole lot for them to be ready for that.
No,
We're tired of listening to all the BS that we've been listening to all summer long. Best class ever, freshman, sophomore, varsity level, and they're going to find out that we're just reloading.
You know,
And we like to smash mouth this like they, you know.
they've done nothing in the last 15 years that proves they can even play with us. Why do they think things are going to like magically change overnight and now they can play with us?
Well, I guess since they scored once on us in the playoffs, who knows? I don't know.
Wow.
So they onside kicked for some reason.
Little gamesmanship there.
I don't know. I'm not real sure what the reason would be behind that. We got Jones and Sadowski in there in the front line, and Whitey.
Minute
The reason
30.
I say Whitey, it seems like there's about 10 Whiteys out there, but one was Jeff that played JFL back when Brandon played.
Played fullback a few years ago.
Played fullback with Brandon, and they was on quite the team, and he's got another one in JFL. Hook and ladder, ran to perfection. And there's got to be like 600 yards of offense in this game. Can't imagine how many yards there is.
Minute 25.
Shouldn't the clock start running?
He's out of bounds.
Pick it off. Oh!
That's a nice play by McKinney.
Pass intended for Pat Kenahan. Broken up
Stops the
by
clock again. They got to drive all the way home, and we've got to drive all the way up there in the morning. Oh, I'm trying to figure out that onside kick.
Pass complete to Mark McDonough. Brought down by Metamora's Brandon Freeberg.
I mean, they gave him the first down on the 50.
There's still a minute 10, minute 13 to go. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Riverside.
For God's sakes, this is ridiculous.
I'm real confused on the onside kick. That gave him an extra 30 yards. We're not ever going to get out of here with this, the way they're doing this stuff. Trying to figure out the last time we gave up this many yards in a game.
This many points in one.
That was why how important was that to score that last touchdown? They would have been down only up by 5.
For crying out loud.
Two-point conversion is good for the Bulldogs. 1:03 left in the game. Metamora 52, Riverside 41.
They did do that against some second team, or quite a few second teamers. McKinney's the only one out there that's not a second teamer.
How many yards passing does he got? Oh, at least. I've probably got 900 yards in offense on both sides.
Riverside scoring drive, 4 plays covering 51 yards. 39 seconds taken off the clock.
Run it back.
You know, a couple years ago when these seniors were freshmen, Pekin tried an onside kick, kicked it right to Jimmy Peters. It bounced up just like that, and he took off running and scored a touchdown.
I remember that.
Aaron Peters.
Aaron Peters.
Well, there's a minute to go. It is 52
41.
to 41.
93 points scored. He was down. He was down. He was down, and Grant got slammed to the ground. He's trying to get it. I imagine hoping he just got the wind knocked out of him. He's getting back up. Oh, he's got something wrong with the leg.
Cramp.
Hopefully it was a cramp. Hopefully it's a cramp, not a sprained ankle.
Uh-oh, Pat's a little chippy right now.
It is a bunch of crap that they're doing that tonight. It's 52 seconds and they're blitzing like that. I mean, the game, he shouldn't have called off the dogs too soon, I guess. I hope Grant just has a cramp. I mean, that was a big kid that fell on top of him.
One more snap will do it.
That's too bad, too, because Grant had some pretty good runs there at the end, hopefully.
And that'll do it. Metamora will win 52-41.
Huh?
You really need some help taking this stuff down, too. I don't know if Pat will come up or not. I have no idea.
We're back in just a few minutes. Hopefully, head coach Pat Ryan and maybe a couple of the players will come up for an interview. But if not, we'll give you the final stats for the game.
Starting with Riverside, Vandermerkt had 10 carries for 47 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Radek had 1 carry for 14 yards. Rushing totals, 11 carries for 61 yards, 2 touchdowns, an average of 5.5 yards per carry. On passing, Vandermerkt was 40 for 68 for 418 yards and 4 touchdowns. On receiving, Radek had 7 receptions for 52 yards and 1 touchdown. Kenahan had 3 receptions for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns. Linehan had 1 reception for 10 yards. Slater had 6 receptions for 85 yards and 1 touchdown. Granger had 4 receptions for -10 yards. Suzuki had 1 reception for 9 yards. And McDonough had 18 receptions for 233 yards. They had a total of 479 offensive yards. They've had 5 rushing first downs and 23 passing first downs for a total of 28 first downs. And second half time possession is 10 minutes and 27 seconds. For Metamora, Peters had 11 carries for 182 yards and 3 touchdowns. Fay had 7 carries for 50 yards and 1 touchdown. Garber had 3 carries for 10 yards. Burke had 2 carries for 47 yards and 1 touchdown. Whittington had 5 carries for 33 yards. Geyer had 7 carries for 26 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Ferguson had 9 carries for 17 yards. They had a total of 44 carries for 365 yards and 7 touchdowns with an average of 8.3 yards per carry. On passing, Fay was 2 for 3 for 18 yards, and Geyer was 3 for 3 for 31 yards, which is a total of 5 for 6 for 49 yards. Receiving, Albertson had 1 reception for 7 yards, Garber had 1 reception for 12 yards, Burke had 1 reception for 11 yards, Fraboni had 1 reception for 12 yards, and Wordsman had 1 reception for 7 yards. They had a total of 414 total offensive yards. They had 15 rushing first downs and 3 passing for a total of 18. Second half time possession, 13 minutes and 33 seconds. Your final score, Malone Field, Metamora 52, Riverside 41.